In this video, we are going to talk about the exterior angle sum of polygons instead of the interior. So what about the exterior? So we're looking at where angle A is right now, and this is where we call the exterior. So we're looking at this angle right here. So this is an exterior angle. Notice that I have a hexagon and I just extended the line further. So when we're looking at this, it says shade the other exterior angles. So I'm just going to highlight these areas right here that we are looking at. So I want to know what the sum of these angles are. And right now, I don't really know, but I do know how to figure out what the interior angles are. So as of right now, I have 6 exterior angles for a 6-sided shape. So I have 6 exterior angles. Notice this kind of matches with the fact that I have 6 sides and I have 6 interior angles. So angle B is our interior, and I'm going to just highlight that with orange. So you can see that this right here is the interior. So I want to know what kind of relationship A and B have. So if I were to connect these, and I'm looking at this line right here, notice that they add together to make this line. So if we can think back to angle relationships, we can see that A plus B is equal to the amount of a line, which is 180. And that means that A and B are a linear pair. So that was one of the words that we used to describe when two angles are next to each other and add to 180 degrees. So the sum of interior angles of a polygon is, referring to the previous lesson, n minus 2 times 180, where n is our number of sides. So we need to figure out the exterior measure. What is the sum of the exterior angles? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw out and figure out how many 180 lines do we have, right? 180 degrees. So how many lines do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which makes sense. So I have 6 lines, which means that I have 6 times 180 degrees, which gives me 1080 degrees. So that tells me my interior plus my exterior. That doesn't just give me my interior or just my exterior. So I need to find my exterior. But I don't know what my exterior is, but I can use the information given about my interior. So if I know that I have 6 as n, I can plug this into my formula. So for my interior, I have 6 minus 2 times 180, which is 4 times 180. And that gets me 720. So this is my interior sum. That means the difference between the interior plus exterior sums and just the interior sum should give us our exterior. So if I subtract 720 from 1080, I get 360 degrees, which is the sum of the exterior angles. So in order to make sure that there's some pattern or if there's some kind of consistency among all polygons for exterior angles, I'm going to test this out for a few more shapes. So I'm going to be doing the same thing. So notice that I have these 3 shapes down here. I have a triangle, a quadrilateral, and a 5-sided shape, right? So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend my line for all of these so it matches the image above. And I'm going to see how many lines I have. So I have 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 lines. And I want to subtract the interior angle. So I know a triangle adds to 180. So 1 times 180. That means that I have 540 minus 180 degrees, and that gets me 360 degrees. Okay, well, that one said it was 360 degrees. So now I'm wondering if this is what our pattern is. So I'm going to do the same thing and repeat this process again where I extend the lines. And I see that I have 4 lines. So that means I have 4 lines. And I'm going to subtract my interior angle. So that means that I have 4 minus 2 times 180. So now we have 720 minus 2 times 180. 720 minus 360 gets us 360 again. So just for the sake of checking, we're going to do it one more time. So for a 5-sided figure, you should notice that if I continue this process, I end up with 5 different lines. And from those 5 different lines, if I subtract my interior angles again, we end up with 900 minus 540, which is 360. So what we can conclude then is that the sum of exterior angles of a polygon with n sides is always 360.